Hi guys, welcome to another episode of this our amazing show, Sporting Announce.
Yes.
Today we are going to be doing the we're going to be talking about the UEFA European titles that have been going on. That's
Yes.
the Champions League, the Europa, and the
Conference League.
conference Europa Conference League. So basically, before we go into the in-depth analysis, like telling you the results, the scores, and what we feel about each game. I'll just be asking, what do you think about the competition so far? The,
Yes.
let me even give an explanation, like the
Okay.
new formats, the new table, and what do you think about it?
For me, the new format is actually amazing because it favors Manchester United. In a sense whereby the group stage does not really favor us. Let's say during the former format, those that actually get defeated in the Champions League actually now come to the Europa, and people that actually fall out and come third in the Europa as well in the Champions League are actually very good teams. So having those amount of teams coming back and playing the Europa, playing with people that were already in the system of the Europa and knocking them out, and it's got to a style where the Champions League teams actually defeat teams. So I'm just happy for this format, and we have seen the Champions League wants to introduce the format of no extra time for next season. It's still under consideration, but it's likely to happen. What do you think about it?
Yes, for me, I also like the new format. From the start, I was not really interested
Yeah,
because seeing all teams playing a 32 a 32
a league
man
format.
league format and playing eight teams, four home and four away. I think I actually, to be honest, I preferred the one where you play one team twice, home and away, and you obviously know that okay, if the person gets a home victory, if he doesn't get a home victory in his home, I have to go home
Okay.
and sit up and take up my
Of
own win.
course.
But I'm actually loving it for Manchester United this season because um, unbeaten. I think the only unbeaten side,
The only
um,
unbeaten
the
side
only unbeaten,
in
the
Europe.
whole European
Yes.
competitions, and I think it's a great one. But let's move into the
Results.
senior men
Yes.
of the European competitions, because that is the Champions League. So we're going to be starting with Champions League semi-final results. First leg. So Arsenal that defeated Real Madrid home and away were defeated by PSG. They were the only English side that lost this week. That game ended 1 goal to 0 in favor of PSG. So
Yes.
okay, let's just discuss that. What do you think about the game, and then do you think that Arsenal can still come out?
For me, about that game, first of all, you just commend the effort of Ousmane Dembele. Um, Dembele, he doesn't look at critics. He actually shuts critics up, and I think he has been doing that all season. Ousmane Dembele has been the best player in Paris Saint-Germain
By far.
by far this season, and he has shown that even without Mbappe, that team can actually strive and actually win the league and the Champions League. And I think I don't know if is the guardian angel for PSG to actually get
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 this.
that Champions League which they haven't gotten before. Because the way PSG are going, I like the way they actually played, and they saw a chance to actually double the lead, but it I think offside decision. So but PSG would advance definitely to the finals.
Yeah, because that game is going to be the next game is going to be played at Paris, and
Yes.
we all know what happens over there.
Yeah.
They defeated Liverpool to get to this stage, so
Yeah.
we can't really say that Arsenal defeated
They are a
Real
fighting
Madrid
team.
to come to this
They
stage.
fight for their
But I
positions.
won't really write off Arsenal because Arsenal is a team that once they get a goal, they keep
Yes.
that one goal lead and stay back. But for me, um, I'll say I really want PSG to advance
Advance.
because of I don't want Arsenal to advance. So we'll be moving to the next game, which is uh Barcelona versus Inter Milan. That game ended 3-3. So what do you think? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, my thoughts about that game is Inter lost chances, and they had a late winner which was controversially removed, and um, and it was removed actually. So the match ended 3-3. We saw we everybody knows the style of Barca's football where they keep you on the high
Highline,
line
yes.
and they keep you offside. And when you actually score a goal, you tend to when you score they tend to cheat you. They tend to
Remove
play
the
it
goals because of
offside.
offside, yes.
Yeah, so I think Barcelona also has this technique whereby when they score one goal, they score more goals. We saw once Lamine Yamal hit the net, other goals kept coming. So Barca are one team that can actually doing what they deserve and what they are doing to get the win.
Yeah,
What
so
do you think about it?
yeah, for me, Barcelona, that 3-3 draw. They are a team. They were losing 2-0 from the beginning of the game, and they came back to salvage that 3-3 draw. But
Yes.
I
So
was
what will you say about Lamine Yamal this season? Because that young lad um, has actually done well to deserve like to deserve to it is one player. It's just like Rafinha this season. They once they're on that pitch, they score the goals and they make their team actually look very good.
Yes, for me, I'll be talking about Barcelona's first before I move to
Lamine
Lamine
Yamal, yeah.
Yamal because for Barcelona that game, there are so many stars in Barcelona who can change games. We have the Ferran Torres, we have Pedri, and we have so many players that can impact the game in so many ways. But Lamine Yamal number one is like everybody call him like the next Lionel Messi
Yeah.
because he's from Barcelona and I think maybe it is just Barcelona. I don't know. Maybe if he moves to another side, maybe he's still going to continue this prolific stuff he's doing. But he has played 100 games for Barcelona,
Yeah.
like 100 games. That's really much for a
At that at
17-year-old.
that
But
young age.
for me, I would really love to see Inter Milan progress because they've not really been playing so well. And now they are going back to Inter. They are home now. They are home for the second leg against Barcelona, and let's see how they even want to do it and how they want to how
To
this
come
wants to
back.
pan out.
Yes.
So you are going to
Uh,
give us the Europa.
yes, I will give you the Europa very fast, but we'll be discussing in depth in it. So we'll start with the game between Tottenham Hotspur and Bodo Glimt. That game ended 3-1 in favor of Tottenham Hotspur. We all know that Tottenham Hotspur was the bigger side in this game, and we knew what we definitely happen. What do you think about that game?
Yes, for me, Tottenham were always going to edge that.
Yes,
I obviously believe that the finals is going to be
an
an
English
English
final.
final.
Yeah.
So for me, I was not scared for Tottenham because Bodo Glimt actually defeated Lazio. But we can actually say that they've been playing great football. I want to see how the second leg will pan out because Tottenham are away, and
Yes.
we know how the fans of the Bodo Glimt are because Manchester United played against them. So we will just be waiting to see how that game is going to end.
For me, I was actually thinking Bodo Glimt. I was praying for Bodo Glimt to take the lead, but Tottenham is a tough team to actually crack that way. So you know that when you are playing Tottenham, you have to put on your best shoes, your best boots, and to get a win over Tottenham Hotspur. So the next game is the match of the day. So I'll first start by saying glory, glory, Manchester United.
Yes.
Manchester United have been performing prolific in the Europa League, and Manchester United had um, played Athletic Club 3-0. Um, Bruno Fernandes 2 goals, and Casemiro
The opening.
opening goal. What do you think about Bruno Fernandes this season?
Yes, for me, Bruno Fernandes has been Manchester United's best player by far,
Yeah.
by a mile, by anything you want to use to measure it. Bruno Fernandes has been prolific. He has been spectacular. He has been. I don't know the kind of English word that will invent to actually
He
describe how
actually
fantastic
he
that
had
he
a
has
record this season. The first player to score to
to
be
contribute
contribute
30
30
goals
goals in
for the
the
Europa League.
European League.
Yes,
Yes.
for me, for Bruno Fernandes, I think the reason why Manchester United are playing this way is because we know that this is our only way to play in Europe
Yes.
next season,
Yes.
and it's going to be a tough tie because we are going to be playing against Tottenham in the finals.
I'm
Uh,
happy. I'm very happy Manchester United has this Europa to actually keep them on their toes, because we saw Ahmad speed up his recovery, and we saw the way he played. Just a few minutes, him and Kobe Mino actually came on to the pitch. We saw what the good football they actually played.
Yes, this is a 3-0 lead for Manchester United going
Into the
into the second leg, and
Yes.
we are home for the second leg. But for Manchester United, nothing is done and dusted because Manchester United this season has been a an inconsistent
Yeah.
Manchester United. We are a team that they can end up losing this 3-0 lead sometime next week because
One thing I need Adi Onana to do is just try to secure that position, and probably Ruben Amorim should actually play the style of football he played today, but he should bring on maybe Ahmad pretty early than the time and Kobe Mino pretty early than the time he brought them in this game. He brought them in like 70 something minutes, and they really had little to actually do in that game.
yes, for me, Manchester United, we just need to defend very well. That
Yes.
defense has to be very solid. I think we have brilliant defenders. We have the likes of Maguire. We have Casemiro, who is a midfielder, but always comes back.
And
And
also go forward, score
and
goals as well.
we actually saw Maguire play the wing position.
Yes.
And I saw somewhere that Maguire is a player that you can call to come and play any position, and he will step up. And Manchester United are deserving to have. It's what now we can say that our 80 million is worth it for Maguire because Maguire has been stepping up every season, but we've not been seeing dividends. And
Yeah.
now we can actually say we're already seeing the dividends
Yes.
of Maguire's 80 million. So I won't like him to go next season, although I would love so many players to leave Manchester
I think
United.
it's just quickly give us the result for the Europa Conference League.
Yes, for the Europa Conference League, Real Betis defeated Florentina. That game is not done yet. The game ended 2-1 because I know that Florentina are a strong team. They will come back in the second leg
So
because they are home in the
I
second
have a
leg.
question. I have a question. What do you think about Anthony's form? Because I think when Anthony actually got into Real Betis, once he wore their jersey, he became a beast in football. What do you
Yes,
think about that? Because why is it in that
why
way
the
that
change?
it changes when it comes to Manchester United, and it becomes a prolific player
Yes, for me,
for Real Betis?
Anthony is not a player that he's not a big team player. Manchester United was too big for him. I believe that Manchester United is the team that was covering his shine. He was meant to be playing in that Real Betis on the norms,
Yes.
not even playing for Manchester United. But he came to Manchester United from Ayaz, I think, and he started playing whatever he was playing for us. And Eric Ten Hag got him for serious pounds, and
Yes.
we just it's not deserving for Manchester United. I think he's one of the players that we don't need to keep. We just need to just leave him at Betis if they want him. We don't need him back. For the next game,
Yes.
we have Dijon Garden uh, versus
Chelsea.
Chelsea. that game ended 4-1 in favor of Chelsea.
Yes.
So what do you think about that game?
That game was done and dusted before the game. I saw a Chelsea fan actually talk about the game, saying that um, um, their coach was not meant to play their big team. And yes, I would have said yes, their coach was not meant to play their probably their team A for that tie. We saw their big team players actually playing yesterday. Some getting goals, like Nicolas Jackson, shutting his haters up and actually telling them that yes, he's the man
Yes,
for the job,
scoring 2 goals.
scoring 2 goals as well. So Nicolas Jackson did very well in that tie
Yes.
against the Jog.
I would like to go back to one of our previous games, which is the game PSG versus Arsenal. We forgot to mention that Donnarumma, the goalkeeper of PSG, was very very effective
Yes,
for the game versus. It was one of the reasons why
PSG.
Arsenal was still goalless
Yeah.
in that game. PSG had some chances to make it to double their lead, but they didn't take those chances.
Yes.
But their keeper was very instrumental. I even saw at the end of the game where Vitinha, who was the player of the game, actually went to give the man of the match award to Donnarumma for his prolific and spectacular play. And the team of the week, if I may quickly give you, we have Donnarumma as the goalkeeper. We have Louis Kelly, Ashabe, um, we have Dumfries, Vitinha, and Pedri. And Pedri is really one that I'm even really surprised. I'm not really surprised because he has been playing so well for Barcelona.
Yes.
We have Rafinha on that list. We have Lamine Yamal. We have Dembele on that list. We have Vitinha on that list. This is actually, it actually summarizes that particular. I
Yes.
know if we give the for the Europa, I've not really seen that. I know that
The
a lot
Europa,
of
the Europa will be
Manchester United
players who
players will make
dominate that
it.
because
That's
even for Manchester, in Manchester United game, we saw all the team players stepping up. Dogu actually played very well yesterday.
not too well because he made some errors and made some mistakes that could have cost us. Because if not for Lindelof saving us on the
Yes.
line, who might have known? Because that was going to be the opening goal, and Manchester United might have fallen behind and started looking for goals.
Because I've noticed something in Manchester when Manchester United concede first, it deflates the team.
Yes.
And it gives them that sense of, do I know how to do it? But I think the next game, what Manchester United needs to put in their head is score more goals, get this done, score three
Not
goals.
even goals. Just make sure if what Athletic Bilbao is going to even score goals, just make sure you are scoring as well.
Yes.
So
it won't be like Inter Miami during their CONCACAF
the game before the semi-finals
they are
where
lost 2-0
one
and
yes, and they came back. Lionel Messi turned over.
Yeah,
And
so it won't be like that. So let's just wait for what will happen next.
But
game.
for do you believe that Manchester United can throw away a 3-goal lead?
Anything can happen. Manchester United have thrown 3-0 leads several times. We did it against Coventry.
No, we did it in a game, not like maybe going into a game with 3-goal advantage. Like Manchester United, we have 90 minutes to get into the finals. We're 80%.
What if they play us 3-0 back?
If they play us 3, the only way they can actually achieve a good result is if they play us 3-0, 4-1. 4-1, we go into extra time and possibly penalties. And 3-0,
someone was actually talking about
go into extra time.
Someone
again.
actually raised the point of bringing back the away goal.
For that conversation, it's always, if it favors you actually ask for it. If it doesn't favor you, say they should remove it. So I think all these traditional stuff, they should just do away with it.
Yes, so that ends our conversation today on the Champions League. the Europa League and the Europa Conference League.
Yes.
So you can bet on 1xBet using our promo code
Sports in and
SportsInAndOut,
out,
SportsInAndOut,
Sports in and
and
out.
SportsInAndOut on 1xBet. And
Get up
please
to
get up to
300%
300% bonus.
bonus.
If you are not 18,
Please
please
don't
don't bet,
bet
and bet responsibly.
responsibly.
Thank you very much for
Please
watching
like,
today's episode. Please like, share, and subscribe.